about to start the stream, just getting some stuff moved and settled in here and there. Thank you so much for coming and hanging with me. I will begin in about a minute. Hi, well, how are you? Welcome, and Kentaro, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. I'm currently just getting this stuff all figured out, making sure I have everything I need. I do have some water on the stove, I guess, boiling for some tea, but I want to get some stuff done before then. Welcome back, Kentaro. I'm glad you're doing great. How's your night? How did you sleep? Good morning again, everyone. Oh, I guess it's afternoon now. It is Wednesday and it is currently 12:19 p.m. where I am. And I hope you guys enjoy and watch what I do today. I have so much stuff to show you guys and I've been actively working on it. I'm pretty excited. So without further ado, I'm gonna show you guys what I got going on. So I'm gonna go in here. Hello. Oh, that's amazing. How is it? Lego The Incredibles. I don't think I've ever played that. Do you like it? I actually have enjoyed some of the Lego game. Hi, What True Villain? It has been a second. How are you? It's good to see you. I actually have some stuff. So if you guys look over there, I think you guys can see it. Those are some stuff I've made over the past couple days. I can show them to you. So this one, hi. And then there's this one. And these are the ones that are in the picture. And then I decided to, well, actually, which ones? So this one, I made this first. No, I made this first. No. Okay. I'm kind of losing the order in which I made these. Okay, so I made this first. Right, this was the first one. And you can tell because this was when I was first practicing the pattern. And there's like a weird thing here where the color kind of moves up. I'd never done it before, so I kind of just focused on actually achieving the design in front. I didn't really focus on the back as much. And I wanted to make a bigger one, so I did the same thing. I didn't want to have too many loose ends because I didn't want to figure it out as I was working. I wanted to make sure I could actually deliver. So there's a similar issue here. Once my proof of concepts worked, I decided to start figuring out a way to get rid of that line, and I figured out that just sewing would make it a lot neater. So now I have a lot of stray yarn that I'm going to sew, and hopefully this will look a lot smoother and easy to use. Welcome, Kindle. And then I did a little practice one. So this is gonna be a coaster, and this is actually an accident. I made a mistake on this one. I'm not gonna tell you where the mistake is because I don't really think you guys care that much about that. So I made a mistake. All you need to know is I got a request from my little sister, and she asked me, I showed her the patterns, and she was like, oh my god, I just got a center table and I want a piece for it. Can you make me one? And she said she wanted a size that was smaller than these ones turned out. And I was like, I haven't really experimented with that. And she was like, okay, no worries, you can go ahead. And I was like, no, for you, just for you, I'm going to experiment with a new size. But the thing is, instead of me waiting one day, I got impatient and then I made a mistake. And it's not really a mistake that's a huge like deal breaker, but I don't want to send my sister something imperfect because I'm a perfectionist, if you know. So I decided to make, so this one I'm going to end up keeping for myself as a coaster, since it is pretty much, if I were to sell, I'd probably, if one asked, I'd probably sell the ones I made a mistake as like a B grade one, which is where it would be cheaper because I made a mistake on it. But I also am very reluctant to give out my imperfect works, so I probably would just make it proper. But this one is mine. Actually, I wasn't really sure because I actually wanted the black and pink one. This was my original choice, but she decided to do this color combination, and it's not really me. Yes, I did. I am up to date on Mando now. Like, oh my god, I was so sad it ended. I kind of, on one hand, I actually was watching it while I was making this one, actually. I finished this one while I was watching it. I really appreciate it. I need to get a new season now. I need to start watching something else so I can have the watch. But I will show you guys. So what I have to work with, I have my little bag of scrap yarn. I use this scrap yarn to make stuff for my kitty cats instead of using actual polyfill stuffing because they're cats, they don't know the difference. So they just like to dip their claws into it. So I have that for their special projects. Anything I want to make for them, be it a couch or whatever, I use that yarn. Oh, thank you, Chloe. You're so sweet. Welcome. How are you? I'm Nelly, the crochet wife. I make lots of crochet stuff, and I keep showing you guys the side you guys aren't even supposed to see. This is the side you're supposed to see. This is the back. This is where the party happens. Hi, Chloe. It's good to see you though. Do you like to do arts? Because today is gonna be more of me like finishing up these arts because I finished this off stream. Today is going to be sewing. I'm gonna finish this one first because I have water on the stove. Thank you so much. I saw this pattern. The pattern is actually the name if you crochet and you want to make it yourself. Oh, do you do any art? See, I feel like I love art myself. I love to watch people draw. I have like my Instagram is so full of like other creators and making stuff, sewing, all that stuff. And I just love it to bits. It inspires me to start making stuff. Like, it's crazy to like every time I'm on Instagram, I scroll down 5 and it's like, oh, you're doom scrolling. I'm like, I just got here. How am I doom scrolling? I just started. And that always like, I'm like, bro, what? So I'm going to just sew these in, and hopefully by the time I'm done sewing it, I can get my tea, and then I'll have this nice, lovely soon-to-be coaster ready. The thing is, it wasn't even intended to be a coaster. My sister just thought it would look really good on her table, so I'm making it as a coaster. But I have other plans for these. I thought I make it. No way! That's amazing! Thank you so much for the follow, Chloe. That is amazing. I see a lot of those. Do you post them? Do you like... That's amazing. That is amazing. When did you start? How'd you get into it? I'm so like... I keep seeing stuff like that and I'm like, oh my god, the randomness would be crazy to me. Let me see. How much time do you need to make one? So I have to check. My mom. Aw, I'm glad. Tell them I say hey and I'm extending my greetings. I hope they're doing okay. Oh my god. What kind do you have? Like I keep seeing. I actually get how much time do I need to make one? Kentaro asked. So sorry, I wanted to open my phone and check because I took a picture on the day I started and I took a picture on the day I finished the first one. So I would say about, so when was Thursday? Thursday was on the 23rd and I finished it on Friday. So it takes me about a day or two. If I'm not really paying, if like I'm taking it super easy, 2 days. If I'm taking it, if I'm kind of like speed running it, a couple hours. Maybe not because I haven't really tried going like fast entirely, but I don't know if you're adding shipping and stuff, it probably would just take as long as it would to ship, but I can do it in the same day depending on what size you want. And guys, so you know that moment when you lose your glasses or you wear your glasses? I don't know if you ever wear glasses and you're like, where are my glasses? I just lost my glasses, but they're on your head. I just had the yarn equivalent because I was looking for my needle, but it was inside the project. I just started, so it's not very good, but I started because I need money. Understandable. It's honestly, I feel like with any craft, it takes time, but eventually, once with enough practice, you can really get the hang of it. I'm not gonna say that it's easy, but I applaud you for putting in the effort, for real. I haven't tried it, so I have no idea how it is, but I'm sure you can do it. It looks fun, and usually when I see it, it looks like, you know, they're having a time. You can express yourself. I don't know, the variety of it gives me tingles. I like watching people do it, though. I vicariously just live through them because I'm like, between crocheting and fiddling with stuff on my computer and everything, I don't think I have time to pick up another art thing. I'm tempted to, don't get me wrong. And I would if like someone gave me like a bunch of stuff and they were like, hey, play around with this for a while. I probably would try it. It would probably come out bad. I don't know. I've never done it. But you know, I think it's amazing though when I see the beautiful things I create. I totally, if you want to make some money, I don't know, do you have like an Instagram for it? I hear that the best thing is if you like show it off on social media or like TikTok, people are more likely to like purchase them. But just tell me what day of the week I have work on Monday, Thursday, and tell me so we can watch Rise of the Skywalker. I cannot tell you right now. That is a discussion we would totally have to have later when I am off, because I don't like to call things off the top of my head, especially when I'm streaming, because then I'm gonna feel like, oh my god, I have to do this, but then I actually now end up not actually having the time to do it. So it's something I'll have to think about, but I genuinely don't see myself having like leeway until maybe April. I don't have one yet. I plan on getting. I totally recommend doing one. I feel like it is a good idea to make one if you have a name in mind, or you don't have a name in mind. Just make one. Don't post anything on it, and then when you're ready, you can start posting and stuff. But it really does get people's eyes on it. And reels, you probably will need some practice making reels, unless you're like naturally good at it. Then discard all that. Oh, thank you for the ease. In just 10 minutes, I would have thrown everything out the window. I wouldn't have the patience. Oh, well, thank you for saying that. I love it. I watch YouTube videos while I do this. Like, it really helps me. YouTube videos, movies, series. I need to be watching something because I swear to God, it does get droning if you're like doing it in absolute silence. There was a time I was listening to music, but I was so engulfed, I didn't notice that the music was done. But then all of a sudden, I started feeling like, I was like, there's something wrong with this. All of a sudden, I'm feeling very distractible all of a sudden. What's happening? Only to find out, oh wait, my music is off, and then I had to turn it back on. Because it's really difficult to focus, like, because it's very repetitive. But there's certain aspects where you do need to focus on it and do it. But with practice, anything is possible, even singing. Okay, so I finished the bottom one. I'm kind of going from bottom to top with this. So that's on top. And then I take this, hey orange. And then I put this in here. And I keep it aside. And then I continue with this one at the top. Okay, so I'm hoping that it'll show me something smooth, but we'll see. But this is the theme, and I actually really am kind of jealous about how the color came together, because this was not my idea to do. My sister was like, I want this, but I want it in pink and white. And I'm like, you want it in pink and white? That's the opposite of what I have. And she was like, yeah. And I was like, okay, bet. I will make it happen, sissy. And so I did. Well, so I did a thing, but then I noticed I made a mistake, and then I'm like, oh no. And as a perfectionist, making a mistake is like, so I've been watching so many memes. I've been seeing so many memes on Insta that I can somehow relate to, and it scares me. Like when things are going great. Like as someone who's a little bit of a perfectionist, I don't know if you guys have like this thing, because I realize not everybody thinks like that. Sometimes it's like, hey, look, I've done my best and it's good enough. But with certain things, if it's something I feel like I can do better, I'm like, I can't rest until I feel like it's done as to the utmost best of my capacity, if that makes sense. And like, so I was watching this one guy, and he was like, when it's going good, it's good, but what happens when you make a mistake and it's like, oh no, I'm trash, everything I do is trash. Like, oh my god, that's so bad. But it's so funny because that's how you feel. You're like, oh, I give up. I didn't want to undo it because I started cutting it, so I couldn't like take it back. And I was like, no. The thing about this method is if you make a mistake, there's no undoing it because you've kind of already cut it. You're at the end of your rope and there's only limited thread. You could try to fix it, but that's gonna be more trouble than it's worth. So it's just better to start over. You know what I mean? So, but one of these days, I'm actually going to make something crazy with this. This is actually not the end of it. This is going to be like a saga stream where like I think this is probably going to be what I stream for the next couple days. Like making these and doing it to completion, because I'm gonna make my sister's fast because hers is actually easier than what I have in mind. And then when I'm done with hers, I will continue making my own. A site is a good idea. Speaking of sites, that makes me think like Wix, Shopify. There's a lot of sites out there that help. There's Etsy. I personally don't use Etsy. I would have used Etsy, but then they changed to like this plaid thing, and I'm like, yeah, you guys are way more hassle to sign up with than it's worth. I'll probably just go ahead and make my own website when I have the energy for it. But the thing is, like with the things I'm doing now, I'm thinking that rather than, I already have my list full of things I'm actively making. And so like if I'm gonna take on any more projects, it's probably going to be like via auction or something. Like we just do like a, hey guys, I can make this, and if you want a custom request, then we can do a bidding, and then whoever wins the auction, I will make what you request. But I don't think I can take on any more tasks at the moment because I'm full. Which is good, which is a good thing. It is good. Alright. I want to make a blanket. I actually want to make like a cover so I can cover the table instead. But we'll see. I have like a lot of designs in place, but I'm gonna have to sample it a good bit. Alright, let's go ahead. We're running through this. I watched one of my friends draw one time. I came to her stream kind of relatively late because time difference sucks. And I was like, literally when I came on, I was like, oh, she's doing art. And I came in and she hasn't done art again since then. And I miss her. And then she played League this other time and I caught her and she made me want to play League again. Like, it was like just really calming watching her. Don't do this at home, kids. Scissors are very dangerous. Okay, so we only have a few more minutes on our hot water before I have to hit the BRB screen. Why did I start crocheting? Okay, so one time I saw my mom making something. She was making like one of those doilies and stuff, and then she made like hairnets and stuff. Like the big loose ones with holes in them. They're not really common. I don't see anyone wear them here in the US, but they're very common in Nigeria. So I saw my mom making one of those and I was like, oh, that's really cool. How do you make those? But my mom's a wonderful lady, but she's not exactly the greatest teacher. So like, I was bored very quickly. And so I abandoned it, and that was when I was 8. But she taught me all the basics. She taught me like how to do a single crochet and stuff. So I was like, nah, this is boring. I don't want to learn anymore. And then I went to meet my grandma. My grandma actually was a teacher. Like she went to school, she studied it. She retired an actual teacher with a degree. And so she taught me a little bit more about how to make like a ring instead. So I learned a little bit from my grandma. And I was like, Grandma, this is actually pretty fun, but I don't want to just make hairnets for the rest of my life. This is kind of lame, so I'm just not gonna. I don't know anyone my age. At this point, I was like 10, and I was like, I don't know anyone my age that wears hairnets, so I'm gonna have to opt out of this. And then I went to middle school, and then there was this one girl, she was a year my senior, and she made these beautiful, colorful, bright scrunchies. And I was like, how did you do that? And she was like, it's yarn and hook and crochet. I'm like, I know how to do that. I know all the basic stitches to get there. And she was like, yeah. And she just told me, yeah, you just need to learn how to make a ring and then go from there. And I was like, yeah, what? And then that was the first time I actually picked it up. And then I decided to, one of the allowance I got over the holiday, I decided to buy some yarn with it. And then I made my very first thing, a small little phone pouch for my phone in the colors of the Nigerian flag. And I was like, oh my God, I kind of put it down because, see, look, in Nigeria, parents don't really encourage this stuff. To my dad and my mom, it was just like playing with string. And no harm meant. Like, they genuinely just want you to succeed. You're either a doctor, a lawyer, a businessman, doctor, lawyer, scientist, or this thing. So eventually, or disgrace. Disgrace is the 5th profession. Anything else you're doing that's not doctor, lawyer, businessman. There's a 4th one. So basically they were like, how are you going to make any money doing this? And then I came abroad And then all of a sudden I went on this art binge and then I started. And then after that, I've literally been addicted. Once I got to the US and it was like, why not just explore your passions? I started making I made like a throw. And then there was something about finishing it that really made me happy. And I don't know, I feel like after I took a break, I just fell in love with it again. And I've been making these ever since. But that's the story of my crochet. It's hilarious. It's so funny. I never really thought I would enjoy it as much as I ended up enjoying it, if that makes sense. Oh, no worries. Do you have any art that you like to do? What do you like to do as a hobby? Do you game a lot? I play video games sometimes. What was the last game I played? I think I played Potion Craft, but I also play like Valheim and Minecraft and other stuff. Sometimes my hand hurts from, no, it doesn't really hurt all the time. It's rarely, but I do take breaks to avoid cramping my hands and overworking myself, and then I go ahead and do something else, like play some Hearthstone. Don't get me wrong, sometimes I crochet while I'm playing Hearthstone, and that is like disrespectful. But to be fair, in my rank in gold, I think there's like a lot of bots, so no one's feelings are actually getting hurt, you know? But I do enjoy gaming. Sewing is easy for me. I'm not an artist. Do you enjoy arts? It's crazy. Okay, so correct me if this is wrong, but I found out that a lot of art critics, like a lot of painting critics, the people that criticize paintings and stuff, a good bit of them can't even paint. And that blew my mind. I wasn't sure, so don't quote me on this. Please do your research. But if they do, but I heard that, and that I thought that was pretty funny. I just didn't have the energy to actually research that, so if I'm wrong, please correct me. But that was what I heard, and I thought it was pretty funny. But criticizing does take its same. It's a whole thing. I'm kind of going on like a mental binge of like different like art stuff I saw, and it's like the artist is trying to express. Actually, so it was Oscar Wilde. I was reading The Picture of Dorian Gray. I say reading, but I first of all found it as an audiobook, and then I watched the movie. I realized I never actually read the book. I feel like there's an envy to be had there. Like when you see beautiful things, they say good art mirrors the viewer, not the creator, because good art hides the creator. You don't see the intent of the person that made it. Rather, it mirrors your own thoughts. But that was Oscar Wilde. I'm just quoting now. I'm loosely quoting. I'm not quoting like word for word. But I thought his books were really. I found out a good bit about his like character, and he was a great storyteller. He was amazing. After I fell in love with that book, I just got into a binge on who he was, and it was like, he's actually a really nice guy. Born too early for his time. But guys, the tea I made, the water, it's boiling, and we are just in time. We're just in time. So I'm gonna finish sewing this up, and then I'm gonna go take a brief break, BRB. It'll say 15 minutes on the screen, but I really won't take all of 15 minutes. I'm only gonna take like a few to get the tea into the cup. But our coaster is done. And literally right on time. Welcome, Joel and Bunny. How you doing? We're currently doing some sewing and working on this. So, guys, I cannot believe it, but we finished it just in time. That blows my mind. I actually didn't think my time frame would work. But it did, because I'm built like that or whatever. But yeah, so this is the back, and this is the front. And I don't know if you guys can see the design, as it's not as pronounced as the black one, because it's different. But ta-da! And it's a lot more pronounced when you're looking at it head on. That's because the white is so bright. I think I need darker lighting for it to emphasize. But I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go prepare some tea, and then I will continue sewing the rest. So give me one moment. Okay, guys, I have returned as I said I would, that I would be back, and I am. I realized a lot of people came in while I stepped away. Like, what kind of terrible luck do you guys have? It's just bad timing. But, I'm back, and I thought I would take 5 minutes, but it literally doesn't take that long. I'm kind of letting this tea steep. And I'm putting my coaster to work right away. It wasn't intended to be a coaster, but you know what? What did Bob Ross say? There are no mistakes, only happy accidents. And now I have a really cute coaster, so I call that a dub. The only thing is that it's white. I'm not the hugest fan of using white for anything at all. So I don't know. But I made a mistake and we just gotta go with it. So this is convenient though, because it's not gonna take me too long. Can you like not do that again? Like, we're not trying to repeat. I'm about to. Hey, lettuce. Please don't. I'm begging you. It doesn't even whistle anymore. Like, that's on you. That's you. That's you. You did it. Don't. You're looking for trouble. Okay, I see how it is. I'm being bullied, guys. So, yeah, okay, so I've kind of threaded this, and now that we're done with that one, we're kind of just gonna go in order, I guess, of the order in which I made it, I guess. Let's go ahead and try to finish this off nicely. So, I don't know. So there will be 2. Let's go ahead and sew this. Sewing this up. Also, if you're wondering why the timer was on 15 minutes instead of this, I haven't made a 5-minute one or a 10-minute one because each time I think of doing it, I forget. So, like, I think about it, and then it's like I open the app to do it. Like, I open their website, because I use Stream Elements, and I open their website, and I'm like, okay, why did I come here again? Maybe I just wanted to see what's going on here. Okay, I guess I had no plans. Bye. And then I close it, and then I go watch some YouTube videos. Completely forget, and then I remember the next day. But then I don't feel like opening Stream Elements anymore. So I'm like, I'll do it next time I remember. And now this is like that next time I remember, but I'm not gonna open Stream Elements right now because I don't wanna... Look, my baby does its best to power and carry all that it carries, so I'm not gonna push it any more than I have to right now. But watch me forget again after. Unless I watch this VOD and then I hear this. So future me, if you're watching this, please, if you're not streaming, fix it. I swear to God, I'd be leaving like messages for my future self. Like one time when I wanted to like make a to-do list, but I was too lazy, so I was gonna go do it at like, I decided I was gonna do it like an hour or two later that day. It was like 3 p.m. and I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it at 5. And so I set an alarm and I like choose music that is pleasing to the ears so that future me may have mercy and decide to do it, because that procrastination be crazy. And you know, you gotta offer something that's enough to motivate more than you know, that's stronger than my desire to procrastinate. You don't feel me though. Alright, I'm gonna flip this because this is too much unnecessary flack I don't really want to have to work with. This is why a long tail is good. It costs more yarn, and it means you're gonna have less for other projects, so you're probably gonna end up with more scrap yarn, but it does give you a lot more leeway to work with. Hey, Dermy! Dermy! Come here. Here, Dermy. Come. Dermy! Dermy. There's a little boy, and his name is Derby, and he came, and he's like, nope, I'm not feeling like showing on your stream today. Your viewers can see me when I feel like it. He doesn't want to be on the lab today. Candy! Okay, come, I'll just give you a little bit of pets. I don't know if you want to be on the lap. Hey! Candy, do you want to sit on the lap? Oh, who's a good girl? You can come. Yeah, come on. She doesn't wanna. Candy. She doesn't wanna. Termy gets jealous. Candy, I can't just. Do you want to go? He's like gatekeeping right now. He's like, I don't want to sit on the lab, but no one else can, and so he's terrifying Candy. He's like, do it, I dare you. Now that she's gone, he's gonna disappear. Like, Terby has been gatekeeping recently. Like, he doesn't want to sit, but he doesn't want anyone else to sit. He's like, I remember I wanted to pet him this one time, and he curved me. So I was like, bet, no worries. I went to go pet Kane, and he smacked Kane. I'm like, you didn't want the pets, what? And then he came for pets. He was like, yeah, you have to pet me. He's such a jealous boy. It's adorable, but jeez. Such bad manners. And Candy is small, and he's growing bigger than her, so she's very... She must be protected because she's small. She's a little girl. Almost done. Without putting away all this excess yarn. The cats may or may not come. In fact, Kane is probably the most likely to appear today. But we'll see. Probably gonna be here a second. Focus. This. this through. And take this and run it through as well. Take this, poke. I need to poke this. Poke. Be poked. There we go. Let's go ahead and run this through one more time. Then I'll run this around the top parts. Oh? Sorry, I only speak English. But, you can deal with that. There we go. There we go. Ta-da! It's finished and it's neat and it's like done. So this is the prototype. I'm keeping this one. I won't use it as a coaster because I realize it's actually way too big to be a coaster. But hold on. Really? Let me see. This is not bad. This is actually like a really nice size coaster. I really like this. Could have made it a different color, but you know what? Destiny is destiny is. I woke up today with like a crazy migraine. I usually don't get hangovers, but like, imagine getting a hangover mid-dream. Like, hey, hi, Lola Gara. It's been a second. I haven't seen you. I was like, yo, wait, that's familiar. How are you? Thank you for coming. I'm currently making stuff. Look what I made, and I'm currently sewing it up. So I made this one first, and then I made this one. I'm doing great. How are you? How have you been? What have you been up to? I went to a car meet on Sunday. Never tried yarn. I always recommend giving it a shot. Don't not try it once and then decide if it's something for you afterwards, unless you fundamentally know it's not something that you'd be into. But I always say, if you're curious, why not give it a shot and see? This pattern, honestly, I think it was a lot. It was a lot easier than it looks to do, at least for me. But you know what? It's all relative because I have been doing this for a long time, so I don't really know if a beginner would like this, but I always recommend starting probably small and then branching into stuff. But this was rated like easy, so like after beginner, as soon as you're comfortable with the base stitches. Oh, what? Crochet? Like with, so when I was in elementary school, let me go back that far back. I went to like multiple elementary schools, so we had like different levels of like they would add different art teachers, and they all cared about their jobs at different levels. So in elementary school, we used crayons. We did those like things where, where like you would use like a pen or something, like, or something like this maybe, and draw something on the paper, then color on top of it like in all black. So like basically you would see like that, you know, that trick like Sherlock Holmes used to read books and stuff. Hey Angel. Like that trick that, you know, if someone wrote on something to see what they wrote, if they rip out the page where you like shade it with pencil, they taught us how to do that, but we did it with crayons. We also did and then moving forward, the other time I went with yarn, we used yarn, was when I was doing collages. We did like they gave us multiple yarn. Oh my god, if only I was like active with crocheting back then. I had so much stuff at my disposal, but the school gave us an infinite supply of yarn, and I made a very simple portrait. But the thing was, everybody was doing something complicated, so their collage was going weird and they didn't know how to do the ends. So I actually ended up helping a lot of people with their art. And then the school was like, hey, we want to use your art during our art festival thing. We can say that you did this and for your class. But the thing was, if I was like, if I entered it in the festival, could I keep it? And then they were like, no, you can't keep it. And my dad was like, oh my god, that is so cute. I want to frame that in my office. And so it was between my dad and the school, and I hadn't finished it, so I just decided not to complete this. I was like, you know what? I'm done with this. I don't have the energy for this. I don't want to decide who I want to give it to, so I'm just not going to finish it. And literally, I just left it midway. Oh my god. And my dad asked me one time, I remember him asking me, he was like, whatever happened to that art thing you did? I was like, don't worry about it. Man, I was already like not caring from an early age. I was like, yep, nope, not doing this. But then, do you create other stuff with yarn? Oh my god. You have unboxed a plethora. You do not know what you have done. I will be back. 1 second. Not even gonna throw up a BRB screen because of how quickly I'm gonna do that. So first of all, we have to bring the bag of Magic and Wonder. I used to have a closet of Magic and Wonder, but we're still in the process of a move, so I only have a bag of Magic and Wonder, okay? It is a bag that contains, that holds a lot more stuff than it looks like it could. Like, you know those blues? No, without yarn, like other stuff. Okay, so it's in storage. I used to do a little bit of drawing. I'm actually kind of decent at drawing. I would never pursue it as a character, as a job, or anything more than a passing hobby, because it's too much work, okay? Like, my dad was actually a really, really good artist. Like, he partially put himself through college through his art. He did a lot of side jobs, but the thing that paid a chunk of his fees for school was his art, and he would sell like hand-drawn pencil realistic sketches. And I tried delving into it myself, and I realized compared to him, I'm absolute doo-doo. So I just didn't want to do it. But I can't draw like eyes. I just can't draw like a full face. I wanted to draw, but when I tried, I gave up. It's so hard, honestly. With enough practice, you can do well, but honestly, between dedicating the time to draw, it's like, do I want to dedicate the time to learn how to draw, or do I just continue getting better at what I'm already kind of good at? So I decided to just stick with crocheting rather than getting into art, because that's a whole learning curve. It's very discouraging. I don't know how to say it in English. Oh, okay, no. You're totally fine. No, sadly, the only thing I do closest to like not using yarn as a thing, because I'm like, so for instance, so this has been through hell and high water, but this was like a little thing. I was making stickers, and I do them with scrap yarn. I draw what I want out, and then I use my yarn to cover it up. So I do stuff like that. That's one. This is like a not finished sticker, but I never got to finish it because I need more purple yarn, but that's in storage, and I need to make something in purple first to have more scrap purple yarn, you know what I mean? I also need my glue set because I got like a nice kit for doing that, but I have a few. So I made one for Discord. This one is a Discord one. This is a finished sticker. So this one I finished. This is like a cup. You can peel off the back. I just haven't used it yet. So I guess that's like what I do with my minuscule art skills. I'm like, I'm not gonna get into realistic drawings, but I can do sketches. I can do sketches decently well. So I'm just not dedicated to it. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. I actually have like a few, but I just need to remember what pocket of my bag I put in, you know? So there is. Oh dear. Oh my god. But then there's like little cupcakes. So this is like a cupcake crochet I did. It's a red velvet cupcake. And but I guess this is just, you know, this is more yarn. But yeah, mostly the only thing in this bag is all my yarns, my yarn babies, my things made of yarn. I can't find my, I'm looking for my sunflower one. Oh, I made a couple lane. You can even do them in 3D. Technically, they kind of are 3D because like it's kind of layered. I can make a two-way. So wait, I actually do have one. Let me see. Where is it? So this one is kind of like the 3D one I've done. So this is a little Among Us. I made it in a personal design using my aesthetic. So it's two-sided. There's a red one, but I don't know where he is. But I do make these. I want to use this as like a keychain, or I want to run some a chain through it and hang it on my car. But I do make these guys. I call them sus buddies, right? It's sus. So I made them. I actually used to have like on my show. Oh, this is a bee. My cats have owned this bee and done things I cannot state on stream to this poor thing. Like this guy has been through a lot. He has seen hell and high water. You poor thing. Oh, thank you. I love it. I love making these things. I love them. I love them so much. I actually dedicate, like, I put a little bit of my soul into making them. I'm sure you can probably recognize where this little guy is from. I have a blue one I made as well. And then this was one I made last Pride month. I'm thinking of working on something else this coming June, but whenever, it's never too late. Just start one stitch at a time, and then you get to one row at a time. Just one row a day, and you will improve by leaps and bounds. Did you do Toad other than the mushrooms? I want to do Toad. I will do him one of these days, but I'm probably not gonna do him today. But I will. I want to make like a little Mario guy. Either that or I'm gonna do, yeah, Yoshi. Yoshi is not impossible. I actually found a pattern for Yoshi, so I'm thinking I may do him at some point. But I will have to buy the yarn, and I'm probably not gonna do that till next month. So I'd have to like get his yarn colors and plan for it. But well, I say next month. Like next month isn't like 2 days from now. I mean like May. Okay, like May, because April I have a different focus for April. But I do plan to make lots of stuff. I want to make Pokemon. I saw this one crochet Pokemon collection where they literally I can't talk. Literally, yeah, let's try our best. Where they literally had like almost every Pokemon. I could have sworn there was like at least 100 in there. And I want to make a set for myself and just hang them about the house. That's like one of my goals. Oh my god. I have a video I'm gonna make a video today for Instagram, like a reel. I think I'm almost doing it. I would like to see a shelf with Pokemon. Me freaking too. I want to make it so bad. Like, I'm literally waiting for the move, and then that's gonna be like a whole saga where I make them and I stitch them on stream. I don't like doing crochet on stream. I've gotten so much better though, funnily enough. Like, I'm not really huge about crocheting live because I feel like I make a lot more mistakes when I'm live on stream crocheting. But I don't really have any issues with sewing because even though sewing, oh, I can also sew, but I have a traumatic experience with sewing, so I limit my sewing only to sewing up my crochet projects. But once upon a time, I made a gown. The 900 Pokemons, that's gonna be a lot of crochet. I could probably make like 1 or 2 a day. Like if I dedicated myself to sitting down, I could probably churn out like 2 to 3 a day. And that would be 300 days? Or 900 divided by 2, 450 days. So that would take me about a year or slightly less than a year, depending on how many. But it's not impossible. It's not impossible because of the rate at which I crochet. It also depends on the size I'm making them. I would probably make them small so I can have them littered around the house without causing too much clutter. Because the thing is, even where I'm moving to, I'm not really planning on staying there for the rest of my life. So I gotta carry these things because I'm not letting... Once I make them, I don't leave my babies behind, okay? Once I make something, it has to follow me. So if I lose it, it wasn't intentional or it was completely out of my hands and it hurts. But it probably... The thing is, even if it takes me a while, as long as you hunker down and decide this is what I want to do for a while, I could probably complete it. I could probably do that, and I definitely would have other projects on the side as well. That's probably why I would only be able to do so many. I have a cat or other animals. Yes, I do. 2 of them were here earlier. Timmy! Timmy! You know you want this. He's like, I'm not falling for your string trick. Nope. Tommy doesn't want to show. He's like, you just want to show me on camera. You can't fool me, woman. You're right, I can. But yeah, I do have cats. And you can probably tell that that's just the personality. It's like, you. But yeah, no, I have a few. There's Candy, there's Kane, and there's Tammy. They even have their own Instagram page I made for them so I can store all their cute pictures and have space on my phone still. And even then, I haven't even posted all their pictures because some angles do look really weird, but I love them. I can't get myself to delete them. I should just go ahead and start posting them. Yeah. I love them though. All of them were, I guess it was more like destiny because Candy and Kane were at an auto zone and they were strays and we just took them. So technically they're rescues and they belong to the state, but we're like their foster parents, I guess. But it's just, you know, they're our forever babies. We're not looking to have someone else adopt them. Ever. But and Termy was born in the house. His mom is a stray that we used to feed and she gave birth to him behind the heater when she ran into the house one day. I didn't know she was in labor. But ever since then, he was born, I think, June 23rd. Oh, his birthday is actually not that far away. And so yeah, Termy's he's a menace. He's a bully. He likes to bully me and the other cats. He like sees me in the morning and just starts biting me. He doesn't like bite me directly. He bites the blanket I'm on. Like I'm like, what? Why are you biting me? And then he'd be purring too. Like, yes, you must accept my love. I'm like, okay. He's such a little bully. But yeah, those are my pets. Over here with the fam, they also have 3 cats. There's Tux, Zip, and Kitty. They're not ours, so, but they're chill. Tux kind of likes me. But I'm scared to pick him up because he's like 15, so he's like ancient in cut years, and like I'm scared, so I don't want to hurt him, so I don't pick him up. Oh, I appreciate you for joining. I have to give you the verified tag then. One moment. There's a whole policy. Let's go ahead and give you the food. There we go. Thank you for joining. I appreciate you. Now you know when I make the announcements of like or debating if I'm going to do what type of stream I'm going to do. Because sometimes I be thinking about it and then I'm like, I'm thinking about it really hard. And then I'm like, no, I'm probably not gonna do that. Yep. Ta-da! There's a lot that used to happen on Discord, but not much has been happening since the move. Hey, Melody. That's funny. It's like your name. It's like Nelly and Melody. That's pretty funny. That's a cool name. Melody. But there will be more stuff coming eventually once everything is settled. I can't tell you when it's going to be settled because I don't know the answer to that either. Speaking of moves, I feel so fortunate. Like, I feel lucky as hell because I was watching this one documentary on, like, the homeless in America. And I was terrified. I literally just started thanking my heavens. I was like... And then I watched this other thing on YouTube where they were like, the American dream has been exported to China. I'm like, that's actually really sad. But yeah, there's a lot going on in the world right now. And then, meanwhile, on YouTube, Sneeko gets wrecked. Hey, Melody. Welcome back. I'm gonna tuck this in. There's a few things I want to do once we settle in, but there's going to be a lot more pickup once we finalize the move. I can't tell you when that is, but stay tuned, okay? We're currently just crocheting. Oh, I'm glad you think so. I loved making the whales. So the thing with me and the whales is when I start making them, I find it very hard to stop. It's like an addiction. It's like, I'm like, okay, I'm only going to make one whale today. And then, like, 5 hours later, I have, like, 6 of them. And I can't stop making them. And I think I have them in almost every color. But I'm going to make a few more. I love them. I love them very, very much. So this one is done. We finished this one? Yes, I do have Don't Starve Together. It's been a minute since I've played it. Actually, it's been, like, less than a month. Definitely over a few days. Definitely over a few weeks. Less than a month. I like it though. Do you play that game? And if you do, who is your favorite character? I love Wendy and Abigail. I played it with 2 of my friends, but I died. What difficulty do you guys play on usually? Moment to sip some tea. That is right. I heard that there is a new Zelda game coming on Switch. I was just talking about it with one of my friends. Mention it. It's hard to play Don't Starve. Oh. What difficulty do you play on? Do you play on normal difficulty? Do you play on easy? Do you play on endless? Do you play on nightmare? Because there's a nightmare. I heard you can do so much stuff. Yes. So I've heard. So I'm not a Don't Starve OG. I'd wanted the game for a long time, but I didn't get it for a while. So, there are a bunch of new stuff. You think it was normal? Yeah, normal was really difficult for me. I say was. It is still kind of. There's still a lot of tricks. I haven't been able to beat some of the bosses in normal, so I guess, yeah, it's still pretty difficult. But I have yet to die of anything except being like, because I play as Wendy. It's not difficult to kill her. Right? Abigail is her sister. Wendy is the character. Yeah, I play as Wendy a lot. And she's not very difficult to kill if you put her in the wrong circumstances or if Abigail dies. But the last time I died as Wendy was definitely a while ago. I used the child because I like the slingshot. Slingshot. I understand that. I only know, like, the only characters whose names I remember are, like, Wendy Abigail. That's about it. Wait, there's this one guy who has the pot, but I can't even remember his name, see? I only remember Wendy because she's literally the only character I play. And I've played some of the other characters, but I don't really remember their name. I know one of them, is it Wilson? The original character, like the dude that grows the beard with the curly, pointy hair, and I don't know. I guess if you don't know the names, we're kind of both on the same spot. No, yeah, no, I don't know who that is. I don't think I've played any characters with a slingshot. I know there's the mime guy who makes balloons, and I don't even know his name either, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. She has the pet chest. There's a character with a pet chest? Why don't I play that character? Wait, no, because Abigail is busted, and Abigail is the one who helps me fight. I don't like fighting. So, how about you play the character with the chest, and I play Abigail, and we can get the best of both worlds. I think that's a good idea. Yeah, it's like a great idea. Actually would be down for that. A Don't Start Together playthrough, I'd be down for that. I would actually be down for that. Just have to pick a date. That actually sounds like it'd be a lot of fun. I should put that on there. Sorry? What does IDE mean? I'm sorry, I think I might be getting old. I don't know what that means. Alright. That's the center. We're gonna do this. This is gonna be. It's like, oh, okay. Oh, okay, okay. How do you pronounce it? I don't know. I don't want to butcher the language. Let's go ahead and slide this in here. Edem. Oh. Oh. Okay. I've learned something new. Okay. For some reason, I thought it was like item. Edom. Okay. Cause oh, I didn't know that. Okay, the more you learn. Okay. That's interesting. I did not know that. And now I do. But it makes sense. Because, like, I sound E. That makes sense. Go ahead and put this. I'd be reckless. Oh. Oh. That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. That actually makes a lot of sense. Actually, if it's fair, a lot of the languages that use the same alphabets as English are a lot more specific and less confusing in their pronunciations than English, because imagining learning English as someone who's never spoken the language before, not gonna lie, it's just it feels like it would be very difficult. We're gonna, like, for instance, I don't know, it's really difficult to think about it outside of an actual situation when you're in it. But like, how do I put it? Like, adages, idioms, stuff like that must be, learning idioms must be ridiculous, must be hard. If English isn't like a native, if you haven't like learned the, like, when they say things like straight out of the horse's mouth, the grammar in English is pretty easy. The basics are hard. Yeah, like intonations, intent, context. Yeah, it can be really, really tricky. Like imagine imagine you're just learning how to speak English and you just finally learned how to use the words and like what stuff means. And then someone is like, I heard it straight out of the horse's mouth. And it's like, what? You guys talk to horses? At least that's kind of what I assumed it would be like. I don't know if that's an accurate depiction, but I think it would be ridiculous. I feel like that's how I would feel about like certain other languages. Like that's one of the scariest parts of like learning like another language. It's the context and like the use. Especially when like there's words that depending on how you pronounce it mean different things. Hey Candy. Those must be the hardest to deal with. Let me see. So if I go in here, just go ahead and do this. If I put this in here. Come on. Yay, I did it. Okay, I do this, I take this, I pull, and then I slide this through. I had a friend I was playing that was teaching me how to play Don't Starve, and then I ventured into other games, and we haven't played in a minute. I wonder if he's still available. We could totally hit him up, and then we could actually set something up to play. It could be like a grand old party. Alright. Push it through really, really tricky. Yay, there we go. And that goes to show you that with determination and a little bit of willpower and some creativity, anything is possible. I'm thinking of the Sneeko diss song and it's killing me. So we're gonna do this. buddy. This is not my favorite playlist. Ooh, I like this one. It makes me feel like a super dreamy state, and I like it. Yeah. Let's go ahead and shove you in. Do you play or have you played other single players? So, like on PC, depends on what you're asking, because I did have a Switch and I played Hey Zom Girl and Ava. What's good? Hi. I have played other single player games. I have played Potion Craft. I actually did that last time. I keep saying I was going to go back to play Potion Craft, but it's like I just haven't, and I want to play it before I forget my playthrough and completely don't remember what I was doing. But yeah, I do play a bunch of other single players. I play a bunch of multiplayers, but I play some of them by myself, so I don't know if I would count that as a single player experience. But which other single players do I have that I played? I have Hogwarts, but I'll play that in a bit. I'm currently working towards that because apparently, well, I could play Hogwarts, but I can't stream Hogwarts because my computer is like either or, pick. What do you want to do? So I figured out another like way to counteract that, but I have to put it into practice first. I've already tested it, and I know it's a theory that works, but I'm gonna need a second to. I need to get some other things to make sure that it can function the way I want it to. Which other ones I played? I've played Forager, My Time at Portia. Oh, the Hogwarts. I wonder if you can get it used, since I think it's all digital. Do they still sell games like that, anyways? I don't know. How are you, Zom Girl? And how are you, Ava? Let's see. Which other games? I mean, like I don't know, are you referring to Hogwarts? Like, I got it off like Steam, and I think most games are just digital now, except like the ones on DS. Like, I know you can get like if you got the Pokemon Arceus, it's like, you know, like in the hardware form, the chip that you put in your Switch, or if you have like a DS and you want to get like Moon or Sun or whatever, you can get a game used. But I don't know if that applies for any Steam games anymore. Like Steam games, I think like the era of like hardware PC games is like over. That's why computers don't even come with the CD disc drive anymore. I miss those days. There's like a game shop. It's literally the name of the. Oh, you mean like GameStop? Yeah, I know GameStop. They're definitely something. Oh, okay. Sick. Okay, yeah, that I can believe. I think, yeah, that makes sense. Depends on the medium. See, when I think of games, I think of PC first, and then I think Switch, because those are the two things I have. Let's say had. Yeah, actually, I got a few stuff. I don't think I have it right here now. It's upstairs, but I got like a Baby Yoda keychain and like a Call of Duty Modern Warfare, the thermos flask, the little water thing, the water flask from the days of release or whatever. Oh, pretty cool. I got a lot of cool stuff from GameStop, but they treat their workers terribly. They have a terrible employee workspace going on. Like, on things like that, but they're expensive. Yep. And the economy isn't helping right now. 1 second, guys. I will be right back. The Yoda. I got the pin. It was like a little small one. And like, you know, it was the employee discount because like he used to work there. So he gave it to me. So thank you for the ease. I appreciate you, Ava. Let's step away for a second. Sort some stuff out. But baby Grogu, that's his name. I'm actually starting to wonder if American Dad did that on purpose now. Grogu. God, I'm actually up to date on the Mandalorian. I cannot believe it, and I am enjoying it too. And then I have like a few games to play. I have some games to play that I haven't played yet, and I'm really excited for. I have to download them. I still have to make space on my PC, but I haven't dedicated the time to actively making space on my PC. But I will. One of these days I will. But guys, so my theory is correct, and I'm really, really happy with it. What could this theory be, you may wonder? So let me show it to you. 1 second. Okay, so this theory I was talking about is, oh, okay. No worries, take your time. Gotta stay hydrated. Hope you guys are drinking water or tea or a drink. Just something. It's always good to hydrate. Actually, I'll probably just finish this and then I have a full proof of concept. It's like a few more rows before this is done. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. Fine. Let's go ahead. Maybe I should finish it and see if proof of concept fully works. Talking about it, but I will talk about it in a second. I just need to actually do this. Goodness me, look at how much progress. Oh, the swallow escaped. Should I watch YouTube videos? I kind of want to watch a YouTube video. What YouTube video should I watch? I haven't set up for it. I can't redo it now. I guess maybe next time, because it would take me a second to actually set up for a YouTube video. I say a second, but I actually mean way longer than that. Hey, Toxie. Let's go, little guy. Go ahead and do this. And pull and snip. Oh my god, do you think we could actually finish all of them today? I think we can. It would take a minute, but it's not impossible. Some nice music and chill vibes. Going one stitch at a time. It's definitely not impossible. Progress check. So it went all the way down here, and now we're slowly cleaning it up all the way up, and it's going to look neat as heck. So we use this as a sample. Look, this is dirty. This is getting clean. Haha. Not dirty as in, you know, like filthy, but like look, I don't know if it's just me, but I can like see this weird color change. It gives me the heebie-jeebies. I don't like it. I'm not giving this to anybody just because. See, this one I would probably sell at a discount. Like if I made it, because don't get me wrong, this is easier to make and it saves me a lot more yarn doing it like this, because then I don't have to worry about sewing all the extra ends. But so this takes a lot more time. So this one, like I would make this off stream, and then like I would do the sewing on stream. But this one, it's literally just, I only need to do 2 stitches, 3 stitches tops. This one, even this one, this big one over here, 3 stitches tops, and it's done. Instant turnout, and I get to save yarn. Hey, what's up? How do you pronounce your name? Is that Lash or E? Is that an I or an L? Well, welcome. Gonna do some more sewing. Alright, I'm gonna sew some more. We'll do this. Do this. Oh. Do this. So that in. Tomorrow I have plans all day, so I'm not gonna stream tomorrow. Probably stream. What's today? Today is what? Wednesday? I streamed on Sunday, right? We'll just say, for all intents and purposes, when it suits me, Sunday is either the first or last day of the week. It is not guaranteed. It is only the first day of the week if I don't stream up to 3 times that week. Oh my god, welcome back. How are you? Is everything okay? I hope everything is okay. You're currently just making some more progress on the sewing front. What am I going to do today? I'm probably gonna watch some more anime, but I can't stream anime here because I would get copyright struck so hard. I'd probably get 3 in 1 just for how pissed off they would get. But I said I was gonna show something, but I will show it once we reach the end, because I'll have another sample. But don't forget how this looked before I started. It was all messy. I have Prime. Yes, I do have Prime. Like Amazon Prime. Yes, I do have Prime. I think. Yes, I should. Yeah, I do. Am I not sure? Yeah, I did. Yeah. I just wanted to be sure I subscribed. Okay, stream that with Prime Video. That's smart. That is smart. I've never actually done a stream with it. I went to a stream once upon a dream. Not once upon a dream, but like once upon a time actually. I hopped into someone's stream where they were streaming they were doing a watch party, and they were doing it off with Amazon Prime. So I can't remember how the stream looked. Yeah, only other people with it can see. That's true. So basically, so will I be on the main screen? Like, will people that don't have it, they'll just see me. They'll only see me. They won't be able to watch the movie, but they'll just be there with me. Oh, okay. Okay. I'll set up a stream for that. That actually would be a great... That's a great idea. I could do that while I'm doing crochet. We could watch a movie. I say while I'm doing crochet. While I'm doing sewing, because I don't really need to be paying attention when I sew. Like, I can actually do most of it with my eyes closed, and that's why I can actually chat. I don't make mistakes with my stitching when I'm talking. So, that would be a perfect way to actually go about it. Yeah, actually, that's a great idea. That's what I'll do. I think that's what we're going to set up the next stream as. So, our next stream will probably... Did I see Attack on Titan? So, I'm kind of conflicted because I don't know if I've seen the end of it or not. Because where I stopped... So, the last episode I saw was the one that got delayed because of the earthquake they had. That paused the series temporarily. And that was the last episode I saw. I haven't seen any episode after that. So I don't know if there's more because it was technically supposed to be like the last episode, I guess. So I don't know. When people say, did you see? Yes, I saw Attack on Titan. But I don't know if I finished it, is the thing. Like, I'm not sure. Because I stopped at the one before the earthquakes. I don't know if there's one more. Oh, season 4, episode 10. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's definitely before that one as well. Okay. I, too, wanted to finish it. That'd probably be a great idea, just to watch some anime. I have to go check out what's available in Hey, Bonky. I have to check. Last time I was doing karaoke while I crocheted, but that was another time. That was a time before. It'd be like that. Honestly. What shows if you're talking to me and the ads start, I won't know what you said. So that makes sense. I did set it this way, so basically, I don't know if you've seen Penguin's latest video on the ads, on like the new Twitch terms and how he says they're not exactly the greatest, aka they suck. But like, it's basically if you run pre-roll ads, then you'll have like a long... People won't see ads the moment they come in. So like, because usually if people come in and then there's like 10 unskippable ads, I wouldn't even stay for that. Like, I wouldn't. So I don't expect anyone to. But if you set it so that you have pre-roll ads at specific intervals, you don't get... people that come in won't get pre-roll ads, so... It is what it is. There's only one way to bypass it. But what can you do? Not really sure of the way to get around it. Oh no. Yeah. Maybe in April. Hey, Bard. Okay. April is missing. How are you? April is my sister's birth month, so I'm actually going to be working. The next one I do is going to be my sister's birthday present. That's the one I'm going to be working on next. But I have to actually finish making it. It was supposed to be this one, but I made a mistake and now it's a coaster. I'm glad you're doing good. We're just doing some sewing of a crochet project. As you can see in the bottom, that's the left, right? No, that's my left. That's your right. The bottom right corner of your screen, I have a project that I made, and I'm currently just, right. That's funny. Yes, that's currently what I'm sewing up. I've already finished these two. They're all neatly stitched up, but these ones were the prototypes, so they were a lot quicker to do. I'm currently working on the finalized version. I'm glad you think so. That's the back, so it's the ugly part. This is the part that's finished. I'm really satisfied with it. And then this is my bag of leftover yarn I'm going to use to make stuffies for my kitty cats in the future. They always wreck the stuff I give them, but honestly, that bee is held up. Are you streaming on somewhere else? Yes. Yes, I am. I'm streaming on multiple platforms. Oh, you have 2 cats. That's amazing. Do you have any pictures of your cats? So... Where's the... Okay, I'll message you on Discord. I'm gonna just left them in the parking. Aww, that's amazing. That is very sweet of you. That is. I'm glad you gave them a home. That is amazing. What was I going to do? Yes, I'm gonna go in here. Go in here, and then I'm gonna send a message. That's actually really adorable. Aww, I know! Cats can be so affectionate if you treat them right. If your cat is being mean to you, then they either suffered a lot of trauma, or they're just mischievous. I have a cat that's a brat. I have, like, his name is Termy, and he bullies me every chance he gets. But he's very loving and he loves cuddles, and literally the only reason he's bullying me is because he feels like I haven't given him attention, so he smacks me and then sits in my lap and then is like, pet me or I'm gonna smack you again. Like, so it's like, you know, they're usually demanding. They're very affectionate, they want love, they want cuddles, but if they're distant, then you've probably either betrayed their trust, you haven't earned their trust, or they've been through too much to like let you win them over. But cats are very loving, a lot more loving than people give them credit for. One always comes up while I'm gaming and stands in my lap and meows at me to let me. Oh, that's adorable. Yeah, you know that's. Oh. Oh snap. Okay, 1 second. I have to add because I don't think anyone can add me on here. There we go. So, Currently working on these, and I'm almost at the end of it. Look at how neat it looks compared to this one. Aww. Aww. They're so adorable. They're very vocal, especially female cats. Female cats are very, very vocal. Candy, honestly, so I have 3, and Candy, she was named by the vet because we found her and her brother around Christmas, and we didn't know what to name them at the time, so the vet was like, how about Candy Cane? But see, here's the thing, they were so undernourished that we couldn't tell what gender they were. Like, we were sure Candy was a girl, but we weren't sure what Cane was because he was so small and undernourished. So they kind of just treated him up as a girl until it was time for him to get spayed, and they realized that they couldn't, that just like, we can't spay you. Where are your eggs? And I was like, oh no, he's a boy. Got 2 females. Aww. Once they make that bond, separating them is just torture. So it's best to just take them both. Aw, that's adorable. If you have pics, post them on your album and I'll definitely give them a like. I love kitty cats. I have 3, and even then I still there's something about seeing cat videos that still brings me joy. It's like, you know, that was actually something I used to think before I got a cat. Oh, absolutely. I don't know if it'll let you. It doesn't really let me send pictures, but for sure. But if it doesn't, I would love to like them if you post them on your album. Just in case. Ah! Oh, what kind of music? I like listening to lo-fi when I crochet. I also listen to other types of music, but not necessarily when I'm crocheting. Like if I'm drawing, I listen to different type. Ooh, bard songs, like tavern music? Are we going like medieval fantasy here? Oh my. That's cool. I like to listen to Viking music when I play Valheim. I haven't listened, so I used to be on an RP server for World of Warcraft back when I was playing it super actively. I actually still have my account on there and everything, but I remember like when we were in like the tavern and everything, I would have like my bard music. I would have like some bard music going on for the mood, you know? But it's been a minute. It has been a good minute since then. And I say minute, like I mean years at this point, like 3 years plus, literally before the whole Activision scandal came out. But, oh dear, what was that? Oh dear, let's see. Oh my god! That is adorable! Oh my god, one of them is a tuxedo! I want to show this. Do I have a way to show this? Oh my goodness. This is adorable. I need to figure out how to like show pictures I can see on stream, but I haven't set it up for that. But this is adorable. So adorable. That is too cute. Aw, of course. Especially if they've been together since that long. Yeah, separating them would just be cruelty. And cats, when they feel abandoned or not safe, it's not fun for anybody involved. You can see how sad they are, and then it makes you sad. And then some cats like pee to cope. Like I remember when we first moved from the old place, and Termy was very scared because, mind you, he was born there, so he'd never seen anywhere else. We'd never taken him outside, nowhere. He was like, so then one day it was like, okay, we move, and we took him, and he was having a hard time getting used to the place, and then it was really sad, but he adjusted eventually. Hey, John. have to really go all the way around. My grandma had 3 cats and 2 escaped. Now only 1 remained. Aww. Oh, you also sing those tavern songs. Oh. Just send me a link. Like, if you could text it to me so I can look at it, like, after, because, again, running the music is really... Hey, Max. So, do you like to sing? Have you been singing very long? Oh. I think I've stopped by those once in a while. I haven't really been stopping in those rooms recently because I've been making these and watching the terrible, terrible news that goes on in the world. But oh, you've been singing since you were a kid. Oh, were you like in a choir? 3 cats. It's a shame to escape. I hope they were okay. Man, that's terrifying. Were they like lost? Did they not find their way back home, or did they just want to leave? Hey, Tatiana. Sorry. It's Titania. Sorry. Why did I say Tatiana? I'm sorry. I can't read sometimes. Hey, Titania. It's like Ezra. Scarlet. I'm sorry. Every time I think of I see the name Titania, I think of really? We're thinking of the same thing, Fairy Tale. Oh my god. Or the way I pronounced it. I realized my pronunciation was weird, but I think of Ezra Scarlet from Fairy Tale because that was her title, Titania. But it's nice to see you. How are you? Oh my god, you love Fairy Tale too? I love Fairy Tale. I'm a super nerd about the animes. I don't know because the first one was little and the second, oh, that's so sad. One time I lost one of my cats. So this cat was my sister's cat now because I couldn't take her with me in the move, and then she got attached to my sister's cat. And I just didn't want to separate her because she was already having anxiety from the move at first. So and she fell in love with my sister, so I just let my sister now has 2 cats. And one time she ran outside and got lost, and she didn't return until 3 days later. She was drenched with rain because we got rain for 3 days. And it was just devastating. She was so traumatized, but we got her straight. We were looking for her those 3 days. We're so worried. Whoever doesn't needs to be forced to watch it till they do. That's funny. I finished Fairy Tale, and I actually decided to go watch Eden Zero, since I know that they were technically made by the same people and they're technically in a similar world. But here's my weird fan theory, right? I don't know if you've seen that episode of The Exceed, and I won't go into detail just in case anyone wants to see it and hasn't, but I think the episode of The Exceed happened in the universe of Eden Zero. That's just my speculation, but it's not guaranteed to be fact. I haven't fact-checked it across their storyboard or whatever, but after watching Eden Zero, I saw it instantly. I was like, is this where they travel to? Because the concept is very similar. So that's just my tinfoil hat fan theory, though. I hope he's okay. I hope he had a nice long life and was able to succeed. It's always heartbreaking when a cat leaves because you don't know what to do and you don't even know what to start looking for. You just have to hope that they know their way back and they can mark. I don't know how to teach the cats to mark. That's why I'm in the next place we go to, I don't think I'll be letting them outside as much until we move to a place with a fence where I can let them go around the backyard. But I'm too scared to let them wander because Tommy doesn't know how to cross the road. Shake treats. You know how when you shake a string, cats can't resist the string? They at least attack it a little bit. Termy gave me the side eye. I literally did one of the strings like this, and Termy looked at me and looked at the string and then walked away. I was just given attitude by a cat. Termy just gave me attitude. I'm kind of heartbroken, but definitely I could try shaking more treats. Recently, we've been getting a bunch of stuff from Petco, so dead ass. What the fuck you thought? And then he left me. And then there's that video of him slapping me. I was hi, and he slapped my camera. I'm tell me why? Why? He's cute though. I can't even be mad. Right? Deadass. 1 second. I'll be one sec. Not even BRB screen back. Like just really quick. That's weird. Okay. Back. I was looking to make sure because usually all three of them are together, but Tommy was apparently upstairs. I just wanted to make sure he was within like view because I don't want him like going outside. Oh my god. Funniest thing happened, and it's crazy, like these are the things that happened when I don't have my phone with me so I can take a picture. So there's like 2 exits into like, so like over there outside the window there's like a pool. It's closed because, you know, it's not yet that time of the year when you open pools, but over there is like, so then there's a door that way and there's another door behind, and so when we go out, we pass the front door. Hey, Solus. And we close the door. And the cats always want to go outside, but they don't know how to navigate the street, and we're scared to let them go. So without like, you know, observation and making sure we know where they are. And so I passed this door, and Candy, so Kane paused. So we have 3. There's Candy, Kane, and Tommy. So Kane was at the door. Candy couldn't be bothered. She didn't care. She was like, you don't want me outside? I'm going upstairs. So she went upstairs. Kane camped that door, and Tommy camped that door. So I decided, okay, fine. Since you guys want to camp this door and I don't want to have to wrangle both of you, I went through the back door. And then I escaped the back door, and I kept going around because we were actually making some, we were grilling steak. We were grilling some ribs outside. So we had to go outside and inside, alternate to go do it. And then, so when I passed through the back door, I was grilling the thing, and then I came back, and I was trying to open the door. So I went to this door, and I noticed that only Kane was there, and I was like, oh, okay. I'm gonna go through the back door. And then Tommy was on the other door. They literally like sandwiched me. They were like, one of us is going to escape, whether you like it or not. And literally when I moved towards it to open it, Kane would like stand on his front paws. When I moved to the other door to get Tommy would stand on his front paws. And I'm like, these guys are tag teaming me. And it was like the craziest thing because they're smart. They're very, very smart, and they're very, very terrifying. So I like bread. I like bread to an unhealthy amount. Like, my sister makes fun of me. She says I eat bread like normal people drink water. I literally can eat like 2 loaves in one sitting. 3 if I'm hungry. 2 if, you know, I'm watching like an anime. 1 if I'm being really patient. But finishing a loaf of bread is really not something I just do in like 30 minutes to an hour. But these cats, they like, everybody knows I like bread. I don't know if the cats know I like bread, but one day we bought bread and we put it on top of the Scott the Pilgrim. I just love it. Look, put me on that Jesus diet, okay? Bread and water. Oh my god. So like I had the bread up on the fridge. Garlic bread. I don't know. See, I don't know. Hey Yada. I don't know. See, I'm usually like, my favorite bread is the swirl bread, the one by Pepperidge Farms, the one with like the flavored cinnamon and French toast. That's my favorite. Scott the Pilgrim versus the World. I don't think I've had the pleasure of seeing it. I've heard the name Scott the Pilgrim, but I don't think I've seen that one. No, I don't. I can't pull it out of near memory. I may have, and then I just might not be able to recall it at the moment. But I don't think so. It sounds familiar, but no, I can't say with absolute certainty. Watch it, he makes some bread comments. Bread is life, okay? Like, bread, I don't want to live in a world that has no bread, okay? Like, for real, screw that. No, if I have to live without bread, what is the point? But what was I saying about bread? The cats kidnapped my bread. They literally hijacked it. I put it on the bread bin, and that's why I was very apprehensive about leaving bread in the bread bin from now on. I put it on the bin, I left, I came back, and the bread disappeared. And I was like, did anybody take the bread? And I asked, and everyone was like, no, you're the only one that eats bread like that. Nobody took the bread. And then literally 3 days later, hey sinner, 3 days later, the cats returned the bread with a hole in it, in the front. I'm like, what kind of cats eat bread? No problems. So yeah, I have weirdo cats. Like, my cats eat almost anything. They'll eat bread too, apparently. Like, do normal cats eat bread? Is that a thing other cats do? I don't think so. You know, you'd think they'd smell it and be done, but there was like a hole and they took a bite out of it. I'm like, yo, what? But I guess they just assumed that since I could eat it, they can eat it too. So. Oh, look, it's coming together quite nicely. Look at how neat it's turning out. And it's even. So, I'm gonna show you why this is a big deal in a sec. I'm gonna show a comparison between this one and another one I made. And so this one was I kind of decided to do an experiment with this one. And the fact that it's yielding the most positive result I could have hoped for is very, very telling. But I feel like it's one of those things that I would definitely have to. Bread is life. In fact, I love French bread. I'm not opposed to garlic bread. Like, if I didn't have any other bread, I've definitely eaten garlic bread. It's not my favorite bread. It's also, I just don't dislike bread. Like, I don't think there's anything such as bread I don't like. But in terms of like absolute favorites in tier ranking, I would put the swirl bread by Pepperidge Farms as like my number one. What's good? How's it going? I don't know how to pronounce your name. Sorry, dude. Garlic bread is like my favorite food. It could be all time and get fat. What do you mean? Bread makes you fat. Bread makes you fat. Bread doesn't make you fat. I mean, it makes some people fat. It doesn't work on me. I've literally eaten 3 loaves of bread in a day for a month straight. Like, I literally kept buying bread and I just ate bread every day. And I didn't gain a single pound. I actually lost weight. So like, oh, that's funny. Bread is like, man, I should be like a priest of bread. Like, I preach the good news of bread. Oh yeah, no. Scott Pilgrim knows what he's talking about. He likes bread. I'm not exactly sure about his garlic bread bias, but you know what? The fact that he likes bread, there's nothing wrong with that. He has a point. Bread doesn't make you fat. Only if you believe bread makes you fat. See, if you believe it, then it'll make you fat. But I don't know, man. I actually don't take dietary advice from me. Like, I would literally eat nothing but bread if I was left to my own devices. In fact, the only reason I'm not is because I'm not left to my own devices. So yeah, don't take diet. Yeah. Oh my God, that should be a thing. The priestess of the loaf. Why did I think of that? Today, and the bread rose. I make like a whole scripture. That's funny. The bread religion. My dad actually tried to get me to get off, like stop eating. The holy slice. This right here. See, I haven't been eating this. Look, be proud of me. I didn't eat all the bread. It's been a week. I'm saving it. I'm only doing 1 slice a day until it's 2 days before expiry date. Then I'm going to eat everything. There's like, I can't remember how many days are left, but I'm thinking it was supposed to be the end of the week. This right here is my favorite type of swirl bread. It's swirl cinnamon. I love it so freaking much. I have literally legit eaten 3 to 5. Well, the most of these loaves I've ever eaten in one sitting was 5 because it's expensive. I'd probably eat more, but I don't have that kind of money. Like, I'm finna go. Honestly, the only thing stopping me from eating more bread is because of how much it would cost. Oh my God. Instead of laying hands, say, dead ass. Like, it's literally like, bruh, man. I'd be living like an anime character lifespan. So I went outside on Sunday. I love living inside. I am an indoor person, okay? Like, I'm an introvert. I love being inside. All my favorite things are inside. My bread is inside. My yarn is inside. My computer is inside. What else do you need to exist? Welcome back. Welcome back. And gotta make a D&D. Dead ass. Like, so what I did was when I came back from the event, I was like, we had a car meet earlier this week, and I went out. It was pretty tiring. I was pretty tired. I tried to touch some grass, but imagine the one time I go outside to touch grass and there was no grass because it was all concrete, because we were in like this garage area. So there was no grass, aka mission failed. But I was exhausted because I came back from outside, and I literally just ate bread and slept the whole next day. Like, I was like out like a light for the rest of the day. And I was like, it reminded me of, like, you know, those periods where like the characters are honey wheat. Honey wheat is fire. Honey wheat is also fine. We take bread with jam and tea. Honestly, if you just gave me nothing but bread, jam, tea, butter for the rest of my life, I could probably do pretty well. Hey, Elder. Priestess of the loaf, yes. And like, everything with her should also be, hey Pats. I don't know, what kind of person would the priestess of the loaf be? I know that bread would be the highest authority. Wasting bread is sacrilege. In fact, she'll put a curse on you if you waste bread. Like, I get so mad. If you can't eat the whole thing, just collect as much as you want so that the rest of us can enjoy the bread. Like, hey Big M, that's good. Like, I'm sorry, like, wasting food hurts me. I don't like wasting food, which is why I'm usually like, if I don't, it's funny too because I'm like really picky with food though. Like, I hate green beans. I hate green beans. I don't know if you like green beans or anybody that likes green beans. Why do you like green beans? In fact, that's I'm sorry you like green beans. But they taste awful. Like, every time, like, I tried eating them and I puked. Like, it made me nauseous. I don't like it. It tastes horrible to me, and my body has decided I'm not gonna eat green beans. Oh, the baker decided to get around you. Yes! Yes! Instead of cult of the lamb, it'll be cult of the bread. And in exchange, cult of the yeast, right? It has risen. I'm sorry, 1 second, guys. I'm gonna go close the garage. Actually, I'm just gonna take a quick break here so I can actually get some stuff done, but I'll be back. I'm back. No, I just took a step back. I needed I needed to close the garage because family members just headed out. So and they asked me to close the garage, so I just closed it. And then I also went to take care of a few stuff. I was debating putting some more water on the fire. But yeah, I just needed a second. I was meant to go use the bathroom. I was like, wait, since I'm getting up, it's a great time to go for a bathroom break. I really should make like a 5-minute BRB screen. Oh yeah, you have to do pokey start. Like the exclamation instead of catch, you write start if you haven't. And once you start, you'll be able to catch all the Pokemon here. But that first step... okay. I guess since you have one already. Okay. Oh, right. I get silly with reading sometimes. Snip. I want a Straptor. Oh, you can have it. The only one I want really right now is the Pikachu, so like that's probably the only one I'm gonna try to catch. I like Pikachu or Pichu, anyone in that family. Raichu is like... I've only evolved one of my Pikachus to a Raichu. It's definitely my third favorite of the types. My first favorite is actually the Pichu because I think it's the cutest. It's absolutely useless in battle because they're notoriously weak. But, yeah, you got it. The Pichus are notoriously weak, but they are adorable, and so I love them. I love all cute things. I like things that are cute and small. Oh, you like Alola, the Raichu? Oh, I don't think I've seen that, Raichu. I don't think I've seen that version of Raichu. I'll have to go see. The only one I know was the original one. I haven't caught one yet in the... No way, really? Okay, I have to check it out. I actually have, I think I have it in my DS. I haven't played with my DS in forever. I should charge it up and play it. I just don't think there's a way for me to stream playing with my DS. I mean, I do have a capture card. I think I could, actually. Well, I have to figure out how to do it, but it's not impossible. Don't you have to have it, like, installed with it? I have to figure out how to do it. I only know how to do it with the Switch. So there's something about putting it on the floor that makes this go really quickly. I think you need like a cable. Yeah, I have the capture card, so I think I've solved like half the problem. I probably need to get the wire to link it to it, but that's like definitely solvable. It's not impossible. I could do that. Would probably motivate me to finally finish a full run. And we're on to the last one for this. Hey, Issa. How are you? We're currently doing some sewing. And for this little artsy projects we have here. Let's go ahead and do this. We'll do this all the way down. Oh, hello, Tuxie. And we just finished this one. Yay! I should do like a before and after photo. I don't know if I took a before and after, but we shall see. We shall see, baby. And it's done, and you can't even tell where the start area is anymore. Like, see with this one, you can totally tell. Like, you can see the strands all loose. Gonna give it a little screen time for before. So this is what it looks like before. And this is what it looks like after. Completely done, smooth. It could be a pattern in and of itself, but this is where the real magic happens. So keep that in front. And if you can see, so this is the difference I wanted to show. So if you look here, you see this little strip here? This one right here, it's like a straight line, and it kind of does this color crossing where it's like it's pushed up a level. This was what I did. It's not really a mistake because this is how it comes in the pattern. I don't really like the squares like that. I more like the ones in the picture. It is the one in the picture. See, this is the back. This is what it looks like behind. Like, there's nothing you can do about that spot. This is the behind. So if you put it on your table, you drape it like this, and this is it. But this is the magic that happens in the back. The reason I was so obsessed about fixing this is because I know nobody will care since this is at the back, and usually, for all intents and purposes, as things should be, no one should see it except you that owns it. When you want to do laundry, you're probably never going to look at it. Right? It looks so different. But I'm a perfectionist when it comes to things I enjoy. Like, to this point, like, there's certain things I'm like, okay, if it's out of my hands, but if I can fix it and I can make it better, my instinct is to make it better. So I decided that instead of using the regular pattern and having this happen, I was gonna make it neat. So basically, you can't even tell where it is, you know? That was the goal, and mission complete. So yeah, I'm really proud of it, and I'm really happy of the way it turned out. You can't really tell. I'm so happy. I'm sorry. I'm like really excited that my vision actually came to fruition. So we have this, we have these two done and finished. We have this finished, and we're going to do the very last one for today. So I'm gonna like put it in front of the camera so I can take a snip for before. This is what it looks like before. Boop. And then I'm gonna do like one for after. And then I'll post it. Like, I'm really, really happy with it. Even though it's technically not the part I'm supposed to be showing. Yes, I do play Minecraft. I play a relatively decent amount of Minecraft. I played some Minecraft last Friday. We played, so my friend Will that was here earlier, he actually helped me get a mod. Yeah, it was the Star Wars, there was a Star Wars mod. I didn't even know that there was one. And we basically played, we explored. It's very, very interactive. It's actually very fun. I'm at first, not gonna lie, I'm usually a hardcore, straight up, always for vanilla player. I'm usually always for vanilla, but I have to say that the Star Wars experience is a fun experience. It is, you get to see all kinds of things. There's lots of places to explore. And if you've watched the series and you're a fan of it, you get to like kind of, there's an immersion. I feel like Mojang actually did really good with it. So props to them for that. But yeah, that was, yeah. I played the modded version. I'm usually up for this thing, but see, if I'm going to play vanilla, it has to be Java. Like, I don't play vanilla on the Microsoft version because Redstone is really weird in the Microsoft version. You can't really use Redstone the way you want to, like you can in Java. So I do have another server. I do have a server for Java, but that's like purely vanilla, no mods. I used to play on other modded servers. I used to help beta test some community servers that used to run, but you know, community servers, some live, some die. Some just have too much going on. But yeah, I don't know whatever happened to it. I think it's still up, but it has a different name now, and it's linked. I like so much mods, and it reminded me that I can play more complicated mods because really? What's your new PC? What's your GPU at? What GPU do you have? There was this one video I saw of this guy that had like a realistic Minecraft mod, and it was so good looking, but his PC exploded, and I was like, bruh, it's not worth it. Like, if you want to see outside that badly, freaking go outside, my guy. it's not worth running all of that just like to crash your computer, man. That's expensive, but hey, it's each in their own, right? Oh yeah, there's some really good ones, but I do recommend, like, you know, not over exceeding, because like, bruh, you're gonna blow up your PC and only the heavens can help then. Let's go ahead and snip this. Mods are nice. There's some mods that are nice. I feel like mods definitely have their place, especially like an economy system, or like one where a bunch of people are playing to help like allocate land. Because even though it's like a community, like, you know, especially if you want it to be big, not everybody's going to know everyone. And so people are going to want their own space and the freedom to choose who they can allow into that space. So you're definitely going to need mods for that. But this one world, they had like multiple player settings where they had like an Among Us thing, and I thought it was really cool because like you get to have like an Among Us helmet. It was really cool. Yeah, I've gotten to experience my fair share of really fun Minecraft mods, I will say. Let's go ahead and slide this down so I can run this through. How to see them from the PC. What do you mean? Like, what do you mean? Like to see the Among Us skins in like the Minecrafter stuff? What, is that what you mean? Or what? What do you mean? The components. Oh, like how to see your setup. Let's see. I think it's in. Let's see. Let me see. I have to test it. I can't remember. I genuinely cannot remember. I've done it a few times, but I can't remember how to do it. I'd have to look it up. Yeah, I'd have to look it up. I can't remember. I literally can't pull it off the top of my head. Hey, what's up, Amazon? I can't remember. And the thing is, like, I feel like it's because it's one of those, like, sudden questions. I feel like even when I know stuff, it's very hard for me to answer, like, certain types of sudden questions if I wasn't actively thinking about it. I feel like I know. I just, genuinely, the fact now that I'm thinking harder about it, I'm less likely to remember how now. Why? Because that's how my brain works. But yeah, no, I can't. I'll let you know if I do remember, but I think it's definitely... Actually, that's a very Googleable question. Let's ask Google. How to see PC specs. Do you have Windows 10 or 11? Because it's different. Oh, you found it. Great. Wonderful. Problem solved. Okay, I was just about to check it, but I guess there's no need. Oh, what did you find though? Oh, okay. So that's your CPU. What's your GPU? That's sick though. That's definitely set for. Well, I know there's new. I think that's better than what I have now too. I don't know what I have. I can't remember, but I know it's not that. And I can definitely run my fair share of games, so I'm pretty sure that is very good CPU. Nice. Always good to get a deal when you can. Nice. Google is the only thing it's saying. Oh. I forgot I can check for graphics card. I found it a few days ago too. Like, I wasn't even like paying attention. I just genuinely can't remember off the top of my head how I got to that point. Let me see. So you can open the start menu or desktop search bar on your PC, go to device manager, and then if you double click on the icon next to the name of the driver. Oh, I cannot, I don't know how to help. Honestly, speaking more than one language is busted. Like, it's something that is genuinely priceless and is going to become even more valuable in the coming times, especially with all I'm hearing about globalization and how globalization itself is coming to an end. I don't know if it was more useful during global. Okay. Let's see. We're gonna snip here, pull through, take this, put this in the case. Oh, wait. Desktop processor. Oh, do you use a laptop or a desktop? It is a desktop. What? Desktop processor. I don't know. I can't tell. I can't tell either. Hi, Antonio. I can't tell. Okay, I guess we don't know. That's crazy. I have no idea. I don't know. You do have 16 gigs of RAM. That's nice. I'll definitely take you through a very, very good amount of games. 8 is just not cutting it as much anymore. Let me push you through. Push. There we go. Got that one through. I finally finished some of the anime I was watching. It's so bittersweet. It was so nice to have a laptop. Yup, laptops are notoriously not the greatest. Unless you're getting one of the more recent gaming laptops, then they'll be good for a while. But unlike desktops, you can't really improve them and they'll only get worse over time. So I'm glad you invested in a desktop. That's always the big brain move if you can. And desktops are much better because you can just upgrade them if they don't match your specs now. It's only a matter of saving up and being able and just getting it when you can. That's a great idea, especially if you enjoy gaming. So now you can enjoy all the mods, and then any that don't fit, you can now like work accordingly and figure out what you want to do. But yeah, that actually sounds like it would be quite the experience. Once I moved over to desktops, I feel like there was no going back for me. I couldn't just settle for a laptop anymore. Like I could have a laptop. Don't get me wrong, I do have a laptop, but it's kind of like like if I'm traveling and I can't take my desktop, but I want access to the internet still, and I want to do some stuff, then I'll take my laptop. Or if I'm like I want to go to bed, but I can't take my desktop with me to my bed, I'll just use my laptop. But it's never like my main thing. Like when I'm like, hey, I'm gonna game, I never think, oh, let me use my laptop. Maybe I'll use it to draw. Never actually game anymore. It's just, there's no going back. And if you build on it, you get to cherish it more. It just sucks when stuff happens sometimes. Like, one time, it corrupted. I was updating. This is why I'm scared to update though. Update like to like new systems. Even this Windows 11, I did update, but I didn't really want to, because when I first updated my old system, it crashed. Yeah, no, I can't. I don't. Yeah, I don't think. Huh. Interesting. I genuinely have no idea. I have no idea. I can't even see any of the numbers that look like it would tell me what it is. Like, so I don't know. It just says your processor, it just says your RAM, and it goes into ID. Do you not have a GPU? I don't know. My old PC crashed so many times. Yeah, understandable. I don't know, was it out of like, was it because it was like old or something? Because that does make a lot of plausible sense. All things have their time. And we're slowly drawing towards the end. It had oh wow, that's a good amount of time to have a laptop though. Most laptops last like 1 year. It's not like the average lifespan. Like, you must have been pretty careful with it. I don't think laptops are built to last very long, and if they were, I don't think not anymore, because like they want you buying more. So if it lasts, if you have a laptop that's lasting multiple years, the people that made it are definitely not happy. It's supposed to be temporary, so you can get another one and just upgrade. That's why they keep making newer versions. The fact that you had it is a testament. So what happened to it? Did you toss it? Did you like just put it away somewhere? Did you harvest it for parts? Oh, okay. So I had like it wasn't really a laptop, but it wasn't really a desktop. It was kind of like a hybrid, and a younger me thought it counted as a desktop. I should drop. Yeah. Wait, you had some pictures. Yeah, I do recommend transferring before it's too late. If you could move any of your photos, save them to a cloud or something, because trust me, I've learned my lesson from losing data. I had a lot of pictures on my old phone, and after it got broke, I couldn't access it. I can't access any of the files that were on my older system. It was, I don't want to call it a desktop because it was the HP all-in-one, so it was like a glorified laptop. It was like a laptop cosplaying as a desktop. That's what it was. It cost a pretty penny. I probably could have bought an actual computer desktop with it, because it wasn't when it was. Oh, maybe you found something. Oh, okay, no worries. Let me know what's up. this, we are coming a long way. Yep. Alright, time to slip it in. We only have 2 more. Hey Vanny, how are you doing? Oh, you have a 3.6. Yo, what? Excuse me? What? That is amazing. What? Bruh. What? In fact, I don't think there's anything you can't run right now. What? You're like 2 generations. Get out of here. No freaking way. But I guess that's finally because like they kind of killed the whole like PC farming, so GPU prices returned to normal and everything. But Jesus Christ, that is like a steal. That is amazing. I'm jealous. Get out of here. That's so amazing. That's so cool. I have like a 1060 Super, not a TI anymore because the TI got stolen. Yeah, but you also have to account that like, wait, when did you buy it? Like how long ago? Because I think the time you bought it also affects. Like it can't be too long because it's really not been too crazy long since the 60 came out, so there's no way it was like that old, right? But dang, mine is 2 generations younger than yours, and I don't have as good a CPU, and this baby costs like 1,100. Like that, it was like $100 more like than the price you paid for a significantly better system. Hey, David. That is amazing. That's a great deal. Yeah, I got mine like, I kind of needed mine in an emergency situation though. I needed it because my old one got stolen and I was like pretty devastated, so fam like actually helped me get it. But still, hey gamer, what's good? Yeah, that's amazing. How are you? Hello. Hey Amir, how are you? That's amazing. That is a really, really amazing deal. I'm so jealous. I want to upgrade my GPU at some point. Not right now. There's too much I have going on, but eventually. I'm doing great. I'm currently doing some stitching. I'm actually almost at, it'll be a bit. I'm like 1 row from the end and it's going really well. Look. So we finished doing this one. We finished stitching this one and we've stitched all the other ones and I have a coaster. Oh, my day is going really well. We've made so much progress today. Thank you. I'm currently working on sewing up this so that it's neat and ready. And I plan to make one of these for my sister. Said she wanted one in a different color, and so I practiced it, but I made a mistake, so I turned it into a coaster. And after this, our next stream, I'm probably going to my hobby. This is my life. A hobby is something you do from time to time to break loose and stuff and, you know, relax. I do this every waking moment of every day. I crochet every single day. I crochet before I eat. I crochet before I sleep. I'm addicted. So yeah, this is beyond a hobby for me. This is half of my life. I don't feel satisfied if I haven't done at least a crochet or something. I am currently in the US, but I am Nigerian. Hey, what's up, Carlos? Hey, Panda. Yep. I'm about to do a snippity snip, and we will almost be done with this one. We're on the last row. I can't believe it. We started this like what, about almost 3 hours ago, and we're on the last one. I can't believe it actually took. So there will be more. I plan to make more. I actually have to make like 100 of these, but I'm going to make the one for my sister first before I make 100 of these. So there's going to be a lot of sewing that's going to be happening. But I don't like to sew in silence. I can crochet all day, no problem. I don't mind. Like, I need to crochet in silence, usually preferably when I'm alone, because then I'm guaranteed I don't make any mistakes. But sewing, it drives me crazy if I try to do it by myself. Thanks. It drives me crazy if I'm doing this solo. Like, I can't, what do you call it? Like, focus on, like, I don't know, it's like repetitive, but not the fun kind of repetitive. Like with crocheting I can see the change, but with sewing I don't even have to like pay attention to it. Oh, thanks for the follow. Also, I will say like a bit of stuff once, well, I'll say that once we get to the end of this, just before I head out. I do have a few things I will be saying, and this is more for you guys on Twitch. So, let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna finish sewing this. Let's go ahead and do this, and I think we're done here. We're done with this. What? We finished it. That is amazing. We did all that we aspired to do today, and it is fully complete. Back, look at how neat it is. Like, you can't even tell where I started and where I stopped. It's just flowing, which is very different from this one, where you can obviously tell where I did all my changes. And I'm very satisfied. Thank you. My concept is proven, and I'm really excited. The next one you guys are going to see is the one I make for my sister. And then we will go on from there, because I actually had alternative plans for this design, but my sister wanted something, and as her big sissy, I must do it. Just because I love her. So, here's my announcement. I am going to be introducing something coming soon. Like, I have a cosplay setup almost fully done, and we will be doing a community chest for when, like a community, what do you call them? The community rewards pot, where basically you can put your diamonds. If you don't know what to do with them, we're going to put them, and when we complete the goal, we're going to have an exclusive cosplay stream, and it's going to either be, I'm probably going to run a vote for if we should do like a regular stream, or if we should do a watch party, or if we should do like a gaming day. I'm going to put a poll, but save up your points, okay? So we're going to be doing that. Your diamonds are going to be useful very soon, so I recommend keeping them, okay? Hi, Abigail. Thank you so much for joining. We finished our little Geo Granny Square pieces that I'm going to be using to make something else in the future. Thank you so much for hanging with me while I worked on this, and I will be working on another design as well in the future, actually a few more. But in the meantime, I actually have nothing else. So look at all our scrap yarn that I'm going to use to make stuff for my little kitty cats. So thank you so much. Thank you all for the E's. That's what they call them, the E's. I don't know how you pronounce that. And thank you so much for hanging out with me, Lolo. I appreciate you hanging out all day. It was really fun chatting, and it really made time fly by because I get so bored when I'm sewing. When I stream, it goes by very smoothly. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Don't forget to stay hydrated, eat some snacks. I'm not going to eat this on stream because you guys will see me in a whole new light, more as a devourer than anything. But I'm going to go eat a good chunk of this loaf of bread because I have no self-control. Yeah, take care of yourself, and thank you so much for hanging out with me. You can always shoot me a follow, and if you want to see more of my content, I also have an Instagram, and I will be making stuff about these coming soon. And if you want to see any of my future squishies, they're all going to be there. So again, I appreciate you guys. Take care. My love.